Hey, what's up, peeps? Welcome back for week 11 team builder. This week we're going against the Savannah Sharpedos and their really threatening team. So I just thought I'd, just like most weeks, I just give y'all a quick team builder. I'm actually going to drag this over. Alright, so we're good. So there's a lot of scary threats on Anthony's team this week, obviously. Mimikyu, like we all know what that thing does. It comes in, it sets up, it can get a free Swords Dance, it can get free Home Claws, it's just an all-around scary mon. He's got Amoonguss, which was a wonderful trade for him. Amoonguss being super bulky, having access to Spore, having access to Toxic, Protect. It can be a really annoying Pokemon to chip away at your team, especially when it's switching out with and getting HP back with Regenerator. Could have Black Sludge. It's just a really threatening Pokemon all in all. But I think we have our best shot at the team this week. So we're running a Cobra Berry Musharna this week with Moonlight, Substitute, Moonblast, and Shadow Ball. And I'm running this with these specific IVs to really take hits from Scrafty. With Cobra, I believe, let me just calculate this, I think we take about 20% from the Scrafty knockoff. So it's not really a super big deal, but other than that, we don't really have a choice band switch in. I was gonna say a knockoff switch in. Don't really have a knockoff switch in, but so it's made to take that. Obviously, we fire back with super effective Moonblast. We have Shadow Ball for all of its ghost types. It can get good damage on Doublade, good damage on Mimikyu. Just all around decent Pokemon. We don't have enough moves to run something like Energy Ball or Psyshock, so unfortunately we do get walled by Politoed quite a bit, but that's why we have 6 Pokemon. Next up, we have our Inteleon with going for the G-Max Inteleon with Rindo Berry. Rindo Berry lets me survive quite a few, a good grass move basically. And I really have this in case he brings Choice Scarf Roserade, because with Choice Scarf Roserade into Leaf Storm, he can outspeed, and Rindo Berry actually lets us live the Leaf Storm. We live at about 40%, so that's going to be super clutch. Hopefully, it's going to be really a really hard battle, I feel like, this week. So Surf, Air Slash, Dark Pulse, pretty basic coverage. I don't really want to set up Hail. We don't really need the Ice move over something like Dark Pulse or Air Slash. And we are packing U-Turn just for switching out, possibly getting some chip damage on other things. I might lead with Inteleon, but I'm not sure. A lot of our other bulkier Pokemon have a better lead against his team, so we probably will keep Inteleon in the back. Next up, we have Skuntank. This Pokemon is going to put in the work this week. I just have that feeling. We're running Sub, Sucker Punch, Dark Pulse, Play Rough. With Substitute, we outspeed and sub up in front of the Amoonguss to block status like Spore or anything like that. We have Play Rough for Scrafty. We have Dark Pulse for his ghosts. Obviously running a mixed Scrafty this week with the emphasis on special attack because we really need to hit that Doublade hard. And Sucker Punch just to pick up any extra kills. Sucker Punch could be very useful in the fact that if Skuntank is very low on HP, Mimikyu might think it's going to switch in and just finish it off, while Sucker Punch will get rid of that disguise to let something else come in and hopefully pick up the kill. So Skuntank, really good Pokemon. It switches into knockoffs well. It switches, not a lot, but it switches into a couple times. Switches into ghost moves really well, obviously. Can switch into shadow sneaks really well. So that's why we're running the max HP. And Black Sludge for recovery with the sub. Should be really good. Next up, we have our Delmise. And, this week we're running Kasib just to take a special, super effective ghost type move. Could take Shadow Sneaks, anything of that sort, Shadow Claws, anything he wants to go for involving the Doublade or the Mimikyu. But we are running Synthesis for longevity. I feel like that could really help us against bulkier mons like the Politoed and the Amoonguss, where we might get worn down consistently, and then with Synthesis we can battle right back. And then we have Power Whip, obviously, for the Politoed. We have Poltergeist. Poltergeist is just an all-around move that just hits hard. Like, it wrecks. It one-shots a lot of stuff on his team. Like, Roserade doesn't live it. Doublade takes a lot. Let me see. Yeah, Doublade takes over half with the Eviolite. And then, of course, Anchor Shot for Mimikyu. Poltergeist or Anchor Shot both kill Mimikyu. So Delmise can really put in work. It's a very scary Pokemon. So running the max attack with 64 speed EVs, I think this gets us... I wanted this to outspeed something on his team. I forgot what it was. Oh well, that's neither here nor there. I know we outspeed Amoonguss like by a lot, so that will be useful. So we are always going before that Pokemon. But yeah, I really hope that this Pokemon can put in some work this week. We got the HP because we don't really need it anywhere else. Plus defense nature, so we can eat those ghost type moves a little bit better. Because even with Kasib, it's a roll to get 2-hit KO'd from Shadow Claw Mimikyu at base. So yeah, we want as much help as we can to live those super effective ghost moves. Next up, we have Choice Banded Sock. Of course, the old classic, but and I didn't want to run Choice Band Sock this week. I really didn't. I originally had Expert Belt because my friend, he knows what this does. He knows what Sock does. Choice Band, Choice Scarf comes out, hits hard or as fast. But at the end of the day, even with Expert Belt, we just didn't hit as hard as I really wanted to. But the way I really see this going, if I can predict switches on him, we do massive damage to his team. Fire Punch almost OHKOs the Amoonguss. It does like 82 to 98 to max HP Amoonguss, which, probably gonna run max HP. Against Doublade, Fire Punch will do decent damage, but Knockoff and Earthquake would be even better. Knockoff hits his team very well. It hits everything except for the Scrafty decently. With Choice Band, close combat will actually OHKO the Politoed, even if it's max HP. So it's going to need to have some defense EVs to even have a chance at surviving that. Which it definitely could. Politoed is a very bulky Pokemon, but Sock is that wall breaker. With Sturdy, we automatically live a single hit, so that's going to help us against Pokemon like Mimikyu with the priority Shadow Sneak, Doublade with the priority Shadow Sneak, the Hitmontop with Sucker Punch, Mach Punch. You name priority move, Hitmontop probably gets it. So it helps us with all of that. And then we have our sleeper pick this week, the Kadabra. We did drop Piloswine for Kadabra this week. Just so Piloswine really does not have a good matchup against his team. It just doesn't hit very hard, and with the double Intimidators, there's not a whole lot it can do. It can set up rocks, it can phase, but at the end of the day, I don't think Piloswine needs to come. It's way too easy for it to set up. it's way too easy to let things set up in front of it, like the double blade, the Mimikyu. It's just very scary, very scary. But Kadabra is great because it outspeeds everything on his team, barring the Choice Scarf. And even against the Choice Scarf, we are running Focus Sashes, so we can take a Shadow Sneak, we can take whatever Roserade might have. If he runs Choice Scarf, if he doesn't, then we outspeed. However, Choice Scarf Roserade is really good. I've told him this many times in our battles. Like, Roserade, so good in all of his week's matches. Like, it's very good. Choice Scarf, it just puts it. It's a really nice Choice Scarf. For Choice Scarf Leaf Storm, it just hits very hard. But with Psyshock, I believe we were running that for Amoonguss to hit him on the physical side a little bit harder, as well as to hit Roserade, because we all know Roserade has crazy good Spadef. So I believe it actually lives with Psychic, but with Psyshock it just kills. So that's great. We're running good coverage moves: Energy Ball for Politoed, Shadow Ball for the Blade, Dazzling Gleam for Scrafty. This thing is going to... I really want this to put in some work this week. I really want it to put in some work. It might not always stay on the team, but right now it's here. We're running Modest for full attack. He did end up dropping Haunter, so that's one less thing we have to worry about. I was worried about Choice Scarf Haunter, so I originally did have this Choice Scarfed just so we could outspeed it, but since he dropped it for the Blade, one of the positives for that is that we do get to run Focus Sash and still be the fastest thing other than a possible Choice Scarf Roserade. So there's that. We're not bringing Gigalith this week. Gigalith is a great Pokemon. It really is. It's got wonderful bulk. It's a monster. However, its weaknesses really stand out. It's slow. It takes super effective hits from water, grass, steel, fighting. Basically everything on his team can hit Gigalith hard, so it's not exactly the best kind of typing against my opponent's team this week. As we know, Gigalith doesn't really have much in the way of reliable recovery. Pretty much all we get is rest. And I definitely don't want to give Anthony free turns with a Mimikyu, free turns with a Doublade, because I will get swept. There is no way I'm risking something like that. But definitely, you guys keep an eye out for that match. I'm sure it'll be up shortly. And no matter what, win or lose, we're gonna have fun. I'm going against a personal friend this week. Like, this is gonna be a great battle. I feel like, in a great match, and I really want it to get over with, because next week me and Anthony can partner up again and work against beating my opponents in the next weeks, the upcoming weeks, and I can help him with his. And that's just something that's really cool, because he brought me into this league and he's done nothing but try to elevate what I've been doing. And because we've fed off each other, but I definitely feel like he's boosted me up a lot more, pulled me back into the competitive scene. I don't play competitive Pokemon, you guys. I really don't. And he brought me back. I haven't played competitive Pokemon since Gen 6. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm learning a lot of things. I'll play random battles on Showdown every once in a while, some Monotype randoms. But other than that, I don't play competitive. And something that Anthony's done is he's really got to teach me that playing in something like a draft league is so much fun. It's so much fun. And it's so much fun that I really want to dedicate a lot of time to it. So the downside for you guys is you now have more very dedicated competition, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you across from me in a 6v6 singles match, and hopefully we're not going to tie. Catch you guys later.